I love my camera reviews. I really do. You guys should know that by now. But when it comes to camera reviews, I try to stay away from new cameras because there's a few reasons for that. One being that I don't think new cameras really offer the average person, hence the show The Average Guy, anything they really need. Nothing that you can't get from a camera that's a few years old, so you don't need to spend a butt ton of money. But then that brings me to the second reason, loud noises. Loud noises keep me away from the reviews of doing anything really spectacular because loud noises just kill the vibe. But it is what it is being right across from a welding shop. But hey, let's go on to the other real reason why I don't do camera reviews or new camera reviews or camera reviews of cameras that are new. Oh, that was a lot. Anyways, it's the cost. Because a lot of new cameras that today, you know, the ones that give you this or give you that, they can cost anywhere from $500 to literally $60,000. That's the price of a small car. Literally, my truck is cheaper than some of the cameras that are out there. Because honestly, if I could afford to get these cameras, I would. But that means I would be making a video a year. But every now and then, though, there's a camera that just makes Daddy go, oh yeah, Daddy like. And this right here is one of those cameras. And we're about to, this is one of those cameras. And we're about to get into it. So let's go inside and talk about it. All right, guys, the camera that we're going to be talking about today is this right here. This little powerhouse of wonderment right here. This is the Ace Pro 2 from Insta360. And this little beauty is a powerhouse of a beautiful camera. It is literally 3 cameras in one. That's right, not just one camera, not 2 cameras, but 3 cameras in one, in this little baby right here. And we will tell you how it's 3 cameras in one in just a few minutes. But first, guys, this little baby came out in the year of 2024 of our Lord. Or is it the Lord or the 2024, the year of our Lord? Is that how it is? I don't know. But anyways, it came out in 2024 with an MSRP of $400. And on the used market right now, you can get this for maybe $250, $300 if you're lucky. But being it is such a new camera, being it's just the new baby on the block that everybody wants to go, oh yeah, you're my darling, you're not going to probably find it. But good luck if you do. If you do, put it in the link below or in the comments below. Let people know where you got this thing. Or if you're going to be one of those like people that like, you know, is a gatekeeper, then go away. We don't want you here, you gatekeeping loser. But anyways, this camera came out in 2024 with an MSRP of $400, used for $250 to $300. But you're not going to tell us that. You won't. You just won't do anything like that. But anyways, though, if you do tell us, I'm going to tell you guys, this thing will shoot some mad-ass photos. That's right. This thing will take some beautiful photos. This will take photos at 12.5 megapixels. But wait, there's more. If you want to bump those photos up, if you want to zoom in and crop in and get those little images, you can bump this thing up to 50 megapixels. That's right, 50 beautiful megapixels. Not that anybody actually uses these things for photos, but by the end of this, you might actually think about using one of these for photos. Not DJI, not GoPro, but the Ace Pro 2 from Insta360. Plug. And by the way, this isn't sponsored. This is me just being a total douche. But anyways, guys, no one ever uses this for photos. What they do use it for is video. And this thing can whop some videos. It can literally put the other guys to shame. See, this thing will start photos, it'll start videos at 1080p. But if you really want to bump those numbers up, bump them numbers up, then you can go all the way to 8K resolution. Who's doing 8K resolution? The big cameras, these cameras don't even do 8. None of this does 8K resolution. This kicks all this butt right here. This does 8K resolution. And not only that, if you want to go fast, slow with all the little options, this thing will go from 24 frames per second to 240 frames per second. Those are the notes. We're done with those notes. Those are all done. But anyways, 240 frames per second. Can you imagine the crafting work you can do with imagery with this thing? This thing is awesome. This thing is beautiful. But now, why did I say this thing is 3 cameras in one? Well, first, it's an action camera. First and foremost, it is an action camera. This is the camera, oh my God, I dropped it, I broke it. This is the camera you take out in the woods and to drop off a cliff and you do your skydive and stick it in your butt. You do things with this camera that no mere mortal would ever achieve. Now, you might be saying, hey, GoPro and DJI, they can do all that stuff. And you're right, they can. They can. But there's something that DJI is just, not DJI, I mean, oh my God, Ace Pro Insta. If you're watching this, I apologize. This is the baby I'm talking about. So forgive me for that. Forgive me. But so anyways, why is this better than the DJI? Why is this better than GoPro? Because they're all great action cameras. I've got all 3 and I love all of them. In fact, my go-to B-reel and vlogging camera has always been, well, has been somewhat my DJI. But this baby might take the cake. Not because it shoots 8K. It's not, who shoots the 8K unless you're really an action hero? And this one takes the cake over the other 2 is because of the low lighting capture. That's right, this action camera has the best low lighting imagery when it comes to the action cameras. And GoPro, it can't even touch us. Like literally the GoPro testing on it, even up to the newer one, like the 13, it sucks when it comes to the low lighting. I'm not going to even be kind about it. It literally sucks. It's a good day action camera. It's durable, it's sturdy, but the low lighting, it sucks. And I would not even go there with that one. And the DJI has okay, it has okay low light image capturing or low light video. It's still not there. And they're about to put out a DJI 6. And their low lighting is supposed to be better. Because they've got a 1-inch sensor on it like this one. So their low lighting is supposed to be much better, but they're not there yet. This one literally has the best low lighting when it comes to action camera, which we will show you when I do the montage of photos and videos. But that's still not what sold me on this camera. Because, I mean, how much am I really going to go out at night? But after using this thing, I want to find reasons to go out at night because not only does it have the low lighting capability and the 8K, this literally has so many variations and options that are just easy to use. Like the options this thing gives you, you can do with some of the bigger Canons, like the SLR Canons, bigger cameras, I apologize, like the SLRs and stuff. You can do all that stuff on there, but you kind of got to know the settings or understand what they're giving you. This one, it's very self-explanatory. So right there alone, the very easy to use menu on top of that, on the top of the low lighting, on top of the 8K. But that's still not the reason why I bought this camera. Now, the second camera at this thing is this camera number 2, it's a vlogging camera. That's right, this thing vlogs better than the others. Now you might say to yourself, GoPro and DJI are great vlogging cameras, and they are. They're very good vlogging cameras, but there is a problem with them. The front screen on them, it is too small. It's just like I don't have the greatest eyesight. So if I'm standing back, I've got to really look what I'm doing. And if I can't actually see, because my eyesight isn't that good, I'm kind of guessing where I'm at and I'm just kind of seeing something. But this camera, it takes it to the next step because they don't have a front screen. They don't have a front screen. They have, here, let's just turn it on. See, this, bam! See, look at that. Look at that screen. Look at that screen versus a GoPro versus the DJI. Look at that screen. This is about the same size as, I mean, we'll just take this camera. It's almost the size of that right there. I mean, it's smaller, but if you compare that, like when you're out like vlogging around, you are going to get a better experience, I think, with it. You know, and unfortunately, this front screen doesn't work. They never work. That's the advantage the GoPros and DJIs have. You can use the front screen and the back screen. This one you can only use back here. And also, it is you can use. Well, let me get it. You can use the It's very touch screen friendly. Touch screen friendly. I guess that's the term I want to use. But like I said, but you know, it has that for vlogging. So this makes it a better vlogging experience when it comes to action cameras. But that's still not the reason why I bought this. This isn't that isn't the reason it sold me on this camera. What sold me on this camera? What made me go, Daddy wanty, Daddy likey, Daddy wants to get in there with it, was this right here. This cage, which is actually, let me get it in there. Oh yeah. Oh, something's not right. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Got a little excited. But there it is. It is now, now it is a point and shoot camera. See? Look at that. It has that click sound. Listen. Where's the... It has that click on it and that sensitivity. And it's just so easy to handle. So now it's like a really cool experience that makes this camera worth the money for me. It is a beautiful setup. It's easy to use, and I don't know. It just makes it so easy to utilize this camera. So, but anyways, guys, now you know why it's a 3-in-1 camera. It is an action camera first and foremost. It is a. Oh, I can't get it. Where's it? Oh, there it is. It is a vlogging camera, and it is a point and shoot camera. But without further ado, let's go look at it. And you see the options. We'll show you all the little options for it. We'll show you some photos and videos from it. And then we'll get back in here for a sum up. So let's go take a look at it and see. Now this is becoming one of my all-time favorite action cameras ever. Over the GoPro, over the DJI. It just has so many features and gizmos that you can attach to it that give you one hell of an experience. In fact, I have a little microphone here. I lost, oh, right here, that I wanted to use today, but I forgot to charge it up, or it doesn't have a charge on it, so I can't use it, so I'm using the straight microphone for this thing. But you've got the microphone and the handle that right here. And when it comes to the features, oh my God, it's just, it's huge. We've got, like, you know, you've got the typical features like the slow-mo and the time-lapse, the photos and the videos. But this one right here, it stretches beyond that. You've got the starry, you've got the road, you've got the burst mode, which you're gonna see in this montage. Because usually I do a montage right before I sum it up. And they're usually about a minute long, which is enough to really see the video and the photo quality of most cameras I show you. But for this one, this might be a little bit more because, like I said, you get so many features for what this camera's giving you. And there might be another one better next year, but right now, this is the camera. And so let's go take a look around Athens and other places to see what you guys think about this. Yeah, this, whoo, this made Daddy happy. Oh God, it made Daddy happy. Oh, I'm gonna go back. No, I better. Anyways, this camera made Daddy happy. And I can tell you right now, this is probably going to replace my DJI, because my DJI has been my go camera, my camera that I take to the woods and stuff like that, you know, in the car. No, this camera is replacing everything. The menu was so easy to use. It gave me so many better options, so many easier options, a lot more options than the DJI. Now, it's not as many options as my Sony that I use for my vlogging on my table, but it doesn't give me, it's not overwhelming, shall I say. It is a good, easy use of a camera. And then you add this handle to it, and it's a wonderful camera, you know. Yeah, there are some tweaks. I mean, there's no camera that's perfect. You could ask any creator out there, and they will tell you there's no perfect camera out here. And this is definitely not a perfect camera. Because one of the things that creators complained about when this camera first came out was this screen always broke. Right, yeah, and so you could turn it into, you can send it off back to Insta360 and get it replaced one time, or was it the lens? I forgot which one it was, because this lens comes off now and you can replace it. But this thing would break all the time on those people who were doing action stuff, and I don't do action stuff, so I'm not too stressed on it, because that was one of the things that sold me on it, was because I was hesitant on the first version, but the flip screen, I'm not jumping off cliffs anytime soon, so I think I'm going to be safe. It's just for, I'm a cinephile or a camera file, so you know I'm gonna keep using it. But one of the complaints that I had on it, or maybe it's user error, I don't know, is like this right here. As you can tell, when I was doing the B-reel for my CS8 camera that I have from CamSnap, you can tell that it's kind of blurry. You know, and this camera isn't meant to be up close. It doesn't have a great focus length, but that just seems to be something with action cameras, because they're meant for you to be out here and get in the wider screen. So it's not meant to be up close. So right there, that might be user error. And there's ways they could tweak that, which is my next critique of this camera, which could be something that they could work on. So these are just ideas that for them to use, which isn't really a criticism of the camera itself. One, why don't they get some lenses with this? Because, I mean, right now, we already got the handle, right? So we got the handle. Why don't they make some lenses that go on, like a micro 4/3 lens that can attach to this? Because if these lenses can already be replaced by the user themselves and not the company, how hard would it be to make it a little easier to take off and put a micro 1/3 lens on there, or some attachment for that, so you can get the full camera experience? I mean, right now this is already above the DJI and the GoPros. Well, put it up again. Why don't they take it to the next level and just get lenses to it? So here you can take it out and have a full experience. You'll have your action camera, your vlogging camera, your SLR, your point and shoot, all in this one package. And that, to me, I don't think would be too hard for somebody like Insta360 to be able to do that, because they have the technology, and I'm just a guy with a camera that uses their camera. Then the other tweak I have that they could fix really easy is with this right here. See, action cameras, all action cameras, seem to have this one flaw. They heat up really quick, and it makes sense because they're small. They don't have a lot of air flowing around them unless they're in water or, you know, in space or wherever. So why couldn't they just make this a cooling fan? See, right now, because this handle actually comes off, right? So if you're out on the field and you want to use just the cage, you got to take your time to pull the tool out, take off the handle, take off the top piece, and then you can use the cage. But it would be actually just simpler to boom, take it out, and then replace it with another, put this in another cage, right? Because right now you're already going to be, if you're taking this thing out in the field, wherever you're going, you already got a backpack of batteries and poles and drones and little babies or something in the backpack, right? So throwing an extra cage in there to switch out real quick wouldn't be that big of a deal. What they could do is just make this a permanent fixture to the cage and just put like some kind of cooling motor in here. So, and they can get really good runtime. Because right now there are creators out there that literally are getting 30 minutes out of GoPro, 30 minutes out of DJI, and they're getting almost an hour to 45 minutes to an hour out of this one. So the overheating time is already out there. I mean, it's already in space when it comes to action cameras. So just imagine adding the cooling fan, the lens, and you've got an all-day SLR, and then maybe even a movie camera. I mean, the technology is getting crazy, and they can do all of that in this camera. This thing is just phenomenal, and I love this thing. I can't not stop holding this thing, and I just want to take it everywhere. Now, the question is this worth the asking price of $400? Well, that depends. Are you someone who is just trying to get into the action camera game? Are you trying to get your kids a nice, neat little Christmas present? Are you just trying to understand what it's like? Are you looking for a good B-roll camera? No, this camera is not for you. Because the reality is, if you're trying to just get into the action camera game, see if it's something you like, you don't want to blow the $400 on something you might get rid of in 6 months. You know, and if you need a good B-reel camera, well, you can get something like this Nikon. And I always knock on Nikon, but I still think this is a good video camera. This is $160, if that. You can probably get it cheaper, and it'll shoot just as good as video as this. So this could be a good B-reel camera. So, and you're not spending $500. But now, so yes, it's not worth that price tag. But are you someone who is looking to do some crazy action stuff and you know your game? Are you trying to get that awesome 8K footage? Then yes. Or are you somebody that just loves weird and wacky cameras? Then again, yes, this camera is for you. This is your baby. This is something you should get because this camera is just phenomenal. Loving. Yes, I licked it because I love it. I love this camera. And I'm gonna, when the camera turns off, you guys do not want to know what I'm going to do when I turn off this camera. But until I turn off the camera, I got to say this. Remember what I always tell you. Go get a camera and show the world how you see it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. And I'm going to go take some photos and do naughty things to this camera. See you guys. This right here. Oh.